Live from WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 7.
It is 7 o'clock right now, and we're live on Roku, Apple TV, and the Amazon Fire Stick. Happening today, the governor's pandemic emergency powers could be extended until February. This morning at 8, lawmakers will debate whether it should be allowed. They were supposed to expire next week. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Caitlin Nuclo has more on what's being talked about from the state capitol.
A 10-person committee will meet today about whether the governor's emergency powers will continue through next year. House Democrats say the public wants science and metrics to determine how to protect people, safely reopen, and keep the infection rates low. The governor enacted this back in March as the pandemic began and has issued dozens of executive orders since then, including requiring people to wear a mask and limiting the size of gatherings. Republican Senator Len Pisano says legislators should be looped into the process. And in a statement, he writes, "We should return to the process set early in the days of the pandemic, in which the governor consulted with lawmakers before issuing executive orders. There needs to be a level of review and collaboration to bring checks and balances back to government."
The executive orders are not sacred and that they are untouchable. The legislature can override them at any time.
Caitlin Nuclo, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And we turn now to the coronavirus in our state. In the last day, 101 people tested positive for COVID-19. The positivity rate currently stands at less than 1%. There has been one COVID-related death, but there are no new hospitalizations. More than 14,000 additional tests have been done. To improve the state's coronavirus response, Governor Ned Lamont has announced a COVID-19 rapid response testing team. It's a mobile unit under the Department of Health that can quickly test students and teachers when there are positive, severe cases at a school. The team can also provide information for proper quarantining for those who were exposed to COVID-19.
They're going to be able to get to a school really fast in case of a potential infection if the school's not quite sure how to handle that.
Many of them already have testing partners and plans set up. This is really to help fill any gaps that exist.
Governor Lamont says he's hoping this rapid response team adds another layer of security. Remember, you can find more coronavirus information. It's right on the Channel 3 app. It's free to download.
All right, and early on this Friday morning across Connecticut, it's off to a warm start. It's a bit on the muggy side, but as the day moves forward, the humidity will be decreasing. Right now, we have temperatures in the mid to upper 60s inland and very near the 70-degree mark along the Connecticut shoreline. Winds are fairly light and variable, but a cold front will make its way through the state today with a little fanfare. And behind that, the wind switches to the west and northwest, and that will filter some drier air into the state. Eventually, some cooler air. It's going to lag behind, so it's going to be warm this afternoon, considerably cooler by tomorrow afternoon. There's our ICAM view from Torrington, showing a lot of sunshine out there. Similar scene coming in from atop Hartford 21. Cloud-free conditions looking to the southeast. More of the same with our ICAM view from New Haven as the sun is rising over the Elm City and looking good as well from southeast Connecticut. 69 there with our ICAM view in New London. And you can see some fog there in the Connecticut River Valley from Middletown looking over Route 9, the Connecticut River and the Aragoni Bridge into Portland. So throughout the region, things are pretty quiet right now. During the early overnight hours, there were a few showers that worked through southern and coastal Connecticut. Those have since cleared the Cape and Islands. And then again, a front off to our northwest doesn't look like much, and with it, we'll only see some scattered cloud cover, say early afternoon, and then behind that front, trending less humid. So we've got dew point values currently in the 60s and low 70s here in southern New England, but back across the eastern Great Lakes and through New York State, we have values that are considerably lower. So that drier air filters in as the day moves forward. So on Futurecast, dew point values here you can see by this afternoon, this evening, going from the 60s into the 50s, and even drier air will be arriving for tomorrow. So highs this afternoon, 80 to 85 inland, also low to mid 80s along the Connecticut shoreline because the wind will be coming in off the land as opposed to off the water, again, at the passage of that front. So Futurecast looking at tomorrow's weather. weather today. You'll see by, say, early afternoon, just some scattered clouds working from northwest to southeast with the arrival and passage of that cold front. Then high pressure built in for tonight. That means clear sky, and we'll see plenty of sunshine for our Saturday. In fact, the holiday weekend is looking fantastic all 3 days. In fact, basically dry weather Saturday, Sunday, and until Labor Day Monday. You can see some showers on futurecasts late tomorrow off to our northwest. Those should fizzle by the time they work in our general direction. So on an early warning 7-day forecast for the weekend, tomorrow morning we'll start off in the 50s. By the afternoon, hit the mid and upper 70s, which is pretty much in line with what's expected for this time of September. And then on Sunday, a mix of sun and clouds, a cooler start, upper 40s and low 50s, and then by Sunday afternoon, rebounding to the low 80s inland, upper 70s on the Connecticut shoreline. And then as we head into Labor Day Monday, partly to mostly sunny, back into the mid 80s, so temps back above average. And once we get back into the mid 80s through the middle of next week, we'll also see an increasing humidity Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Our next chance for rain does not come until Thursday of next week. We could use the rain with the rainfall deficits that continue across the region. For shoreline highs this weekend, upper 70s for Saturday as well as for Sunday, and back in the low 80s by Monday. So great beach weather, great weather for grilling, yard work, yard games, wherever your plans may take you. Spend the time outdoors. Again, looking great over the 3-day holiday weekend.
Well, there won't be a big crowd on the roads or in the sky for Labor Day weekend. That's according to one survey. 55% of Americans canceled their travel plans this year because of the pandemic. That's according to NerdWallet's survey. But families who travel will see some changes.
Things are going to look different. Hotels and airlines have social distancing policies in place. A lot of cities and states have restrictions and even quarantine measures in place.
Dr. Anthony Fauci is urging people to act responsibly to avoid the kind of surges we saw after Memorial Day and the 4th of July. Well, this morning, lawmakers are pushing for a new bill that would compensate Eversource customers for the days-long power outages caused by Tropical Storm Isaias. Well, the new bill would require the utility company to reimburse up to $500 for food and medication to people who are without power for more than 72 hours. A public hearing is set for next Tuesday. In New Haven, the death of an 8-year-old boy last month is now a homicide investigation. Investigators originally said there was an accidental shooting at a home on Howard Avenue in August. No arrests have been made in the case, and police say they removed a handgun and a safe from that home. Thanks so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News. Remember, you can get the news and weather updates you need anytime on the Channel 3 app. Have a great day.